I was looking for this and couldn't quite find what I was looking for. Last night even, I'm like, well, I'm going in the house anyways after the live stream. So I'm like, oh, I'll try to find it early morning, before I get to work or whatever. I get to work. Of course, I get to work a little early. I was able to find it. So this will be interesting for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons is we didn't have all these altcoins like we did previously, prior to 2017. So I'm searching for what I was searching for about some of the worst sell-offs in the history of Bitcoin. And I found this article from the Merkle. You've heard of that site. And an interesting date that this article was published was during a sell-off that was kind of scary for some people back last year, 2017, January, I believe the 16th. I'll post a link to this article from the Merkle. I believe it was January 16th, this article, 2017, that is. This was created. So what I'm about to read you is from literally a year and, half a month ago, 15 days or so. Why would they choose to write the article in that month and that date? Because we have seen for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever, Bitcoin, January sell-off, February, as we get through February, towards the end of February, boom, starts to come back up, and then all new highs are, in the works, so to speak, later on in the year. How gut-wrenching were some of these sell-offs? I want to put this into perspective because all people hear about is, when Bitcoin was over $10,000, now it's $7,500, this morning again, which is a resistance line. Trader Boss called this over a month ago. Guys, if this support is breached and that one, it's going to $7,500. The night before it first hit $7,500, which I think was Friday or whatever it was, the Thursday maybe, it was the 1st, or February, one of those 2 days, Trader Boss like, I'm in the trade call group, guys, it looks like it might happen tonight, or whatever the words he used. We're like, it's possible we're going to see 7,500 tonight. Boom, hit at 7,500 out, bounced way back up into the 9s. As you've seen today, it hit 7,500 again. Depending on what exchange you're looking on, it got to 74, whatever. It's bouncing back up as I'm actually was looking earlier. But anyways, since Bitcoin's inception in 2009, the market has never been forgiving. Bitcoin's price exhibited major crashes and price swings which cased, or maybe he meant that we used caused, not cased, massive losses to many traders. It's time to take a look at some of the hardest hitting market crashes in Bitcoin's history. Welcome to themerkle.com, and today we are counting down the top 5 Bitcoin crashes. Again, this is middle of January 2017 that this article was written. And here we just passed January of 2018. We had a nice sell-off, exactly the same time frame, middle of January. Kept continuing back up, back down, back up, back down, and we're in February. Oh, it's the end of the world again, Bitcoin. Are you sure? Number 5, the crash of the Great Bubble of 2011. And again, just think of percentages as I give you these numbers, not dollar amounts. Because $12,000 Bitcoin going down to $7,000, oh my gosh. Or better yet, let's just say 14,000 going down to 7,000 Bitcoin. Oh my God, it's 50% sell-off, right? Just think of the numbers, the math, the percentages. On June 8th, 2011, after a 2-month rally from a price of $1, and here we are looking at $7,500 Bitcoin. It's the end of the world! $1 Bitcoin. The price peaked at $32. Setting up a new all-time high. This was the first time Bitcoin's price experienced such a sudden price hike that people anticipated prices of up to $1,000. Unfortunately, a prolonged bear market ensued shortly after the peak. As mainstream media turned against Bitcoin, its price bottomed out at $2 6 months later. After the 94% price decline, Wired even wrote an article titled "The Rise and Fall of Bitcoin." This set the stage for those outside the Bitcoin community to see Bitcoin as a failed experiment. $32, $1, $2. It fell 94%. Let that sink in. What would you be doing today? Maybe I'll ask this question at the end, but I'll go ahead and ask it now so that you can think about it at the end. What would you be doing today if you saw a 90-something percent, 90 even, 94 whatever, percent drop in Bitcoin? You'd be terrified to death, wouldn't you? Everything that I've showed you, everything that I've told you, the web, none of that would even matter. It would be so brutal to see 94% loss. You'd probably be one of the people the Webbot report has already told you about would be puking and throwing up. Of course, loving life when it rebounds and makes all-time highs, that will be coming. But when the big sell-offs happen, because the dollar amounts are so huge, people are going to get sick to their stomach. You know, if you had 20 Bitcoin at $32, or let's just call it $30 for easy math, 20 times 30, $600, and it goes down 94%, you'd left with a few dollars, essentially. Not exactly hurt. Oh, I lost, 500 and whatever, something, almost $600. Okay, no big deal. But if you're in Bitcoin at $20,000 and you grab 20K and the thing goes down 90-something percent, oh, you're sick to your stomach, right? But even you are probably going to say, well, at that point, I'm not going to sell off. I might as well just sit on the damn thing. Wait for the recovery, right? That would be a good decision. So think about that. 94% drop. Summer, number 4 that was number 5. So number 4 is the summer crash of 2012. Fast forward a year, from 2011, 2012, fast forward a year, and Bitcoin's price has fully recovered from the $2 bottom in November of 2011. The year closed at $4.50, and prices kept rising. Come August 2012, and Bitcoin's price peaked at $15.25. It seemed that Bitcoin was finally taking off again, and it was getting ready for its next bubble when the price fell to $10 in a matter of minutes, followed by further decline, bringing the price to a low of $7.50. Huge sell-off. Oh my gosh, must be the end of Bitcoin. One factor which might have attributed to the sharp decline was the shutting down of a major, what they're calling a Ponzi scheme operation in August of 2012, which was Mt. Gox, I believe it was, or no. The owner of the operation, titled Bitcoin Savings and Trust, left with around $5.6 million in Bitcoin-based debts, which left many investors empty-handed. After an investigation conducted by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Trendon Shevers, a Texas man using the alias of a pirate at 40 years old, was arrested in 2014 on the first federal securities fraud charges involving a Bitcoin-related scheme. Number 3, Bitcoin fork of March 2013. On March 12, 2013, Bitcoin's protocol split, experiencing what is called a fork, ultimately resulting in 2 sets of transaction logs being kept. This permitted the spending of the same funds twice, essentially, effectively breaking the cryptocurrency. As expected, the market did not react well to the bug. As traders panicked and sold off their coins, the price of Bitcoin tanked 23% from a high of $48 to a low of $37. Now, isn't that interesting? Because now when we hear about a fork, everybody wants to load up on, in this case, Bitcoin, so they can get the free fork coins, so the new forked coin, free of charge. Isn't that funny? Bitcoin Cash, everyone wants to get Bitcoin now. Bitcoin Gold, or everybody wants to go back into Bitcoin to get the free, before it caused all the panic and fear. Now everyone says, oh, well, that was stupid. Let's load up on Bitcoin when there's a fork. Or any coin for that matter when there's a fork. Because you're going to get free coins of the other one that forks. The same amount you have. So fortunately, the fork was quickly resolved when miners worked out a fix by reverting to an older version of Bitcoin. As a result, users' funds at major exchanges like Mt. Gox were unaffected, and prices returned to previous levels shortly after. Number 2, bubble burst of April 2013. As prices continued to climb after the fork, Bitcoin started appearing more and more in the mainstream media. What followed was a major bull market lasting approximately 2 months, when prices peaked at $266. Are you starting to see something here? By the way, as we get further down from the oldest time frame, which was 2011, then to 2012, 2013, you're noticing higher and higher and higher Bitcoin prices, no matter what the story is about it crashing and losing this much money. Oh my God. It's always a higher level. Every time. When prices peaked at $266 April 10th, 2013, Mt. Gox, the most popular exchange at the time, saw an all-time high trading volume of approximately $30 million. Now listen to that number. Mt. Gox, this is 2013, saw an all-time high trading of $30 million. There wasn't hardly any exchanges around back. I mean, Mt. Gox was kind of the exchange. Now we've got, 40 or so, 30-something, 40 exchanges. And each of those exchanges will laugh at $30 million in a day. Hundreds of billions of dollar market cap. Bitcoin. It is last time I looked, was around 35% of the entire crypto space market cap. Bitcoin itself is responsible for more than a third of the entire crypto space market cap. So yes, when Bitcoin and the whole market cap was saying, oh, it's a $700 billion market cap, understand that more than 200-something billion at that time was Bitcoin alone. 200-something billion. Mt. Gox, $30 million all-time high. I know some of y'all are scared. This is what separates the men from the boys, the ladies from the little children, from the little girls, all right? This is why I'm staring this into the face, and I'm looking at which ones are down hardest today. Might want to grab some more of those. Bitcoin, where's it going to end? It did breach 7,500. Did it last long enough to tell the expert traders like Trader Boss? Next point could be 6 something, whatever. Don't know yet. Haven't talked to him about it. Not that I'm not concerned. I don't need to call him and ask him, honestly. But let's continue. Since the exchange never experienced such high trading activity, its servers couldn't keep up, causing a major lag in trading. It took over 70 minutes between a user making an order on the exchange and the order actually going through, which undeniably attributed to the horrific crash that followed. In a matter of hours, the price crashed from $266 down to $54. So a 50% drop would have been $133. You following me? If it was a 50% crash, that would have brought the price to $133. No. It went to 54. Okay? Mt. Gox played a major role in the crash as the exchange went down for over 8 hours shortly after the crash to update its servers, leaving the Bitcoin community in a state of shock. And then, up until recently, number 1 on this list, Mt. Gox fall. The greatest crash of all time is no other than Mt. Gox's fall. After serving the Bitcoin community for multiple years, acquiring trust and support from traders, the exchange started halting withdrawals. What followed was a major sell-off as Mt. Gox traders tried to sell their coins and withdraw their funds. Bitcoin's price crashed from an all-time high of $1,163 to a low of $387. Many argue that if it wasn't for Mt. Gox's fall, Bitcoin could be trading at the $10,000 levels. However, some say that the bubble had to burst at some point and Mt. Gox's fall was coincidental. So when was this article written? He's talking $10,000. Oh, wait a minute. This article was written January 16, 2017. Oh, that's right. Bitcoin was around $1,000 again. $1,000, huh? Where did it go in 2017? Oh, it hit 20K. So it went up 20 times. Another big crash right now, January, February. We're starting off February. But like every single one of these I just read you, where's it at right now? And maybe this, again, who knows where this is going to end? Is it going to go down a little lower? Is it going to get to 6,000? Is it going to get to 5,000? What if it does get to 5? What if it gets to 4? I'm just going to throw that out there. Here's why. I just read you all of these articles. 2011, 2012, well, one article, excuse me, with all these times that it crashed. 2011, 2012, 2013, that was April of 2013. When did Mt. Gox actually crash, though? Maybe was it later that year, I guess? Didn't put a year on that. I'm trying to think of when it actually fell. But nonetheless, did any of these prices get to $4,000? Did any of these prices even get to $2,000? No. Matter of fact, none of them got even close to $2,000. Again, $1,163 was the all-time high. It's crazy. Bitcoin, it's out of control. We knew it was a bubble. It's going to end. It ended badly, just like we said it would. The expert. Nope. Had a period of time where it just sat around for a while. Again, it went down to the 200s. 250, 250, 250, 260, 240, 250, 250. Cliff High's webbot comes out. 2015. Later this year, December in this 2016, we're seeing numbers like 408 to 428 in the webbot report. Jason Ford doing his duty, as he always does. Guys, the webbot report saying that we're going to see Bitcoin go to 408. Keep in mind, this is before all the altcoin stuff, ERC20 tokens, but before all that stuff, it was just Bitcoin. Going to 408 to 428. It's going to do this like 3 times. Then it's going to go up, and you're never going to see those prices again, according to webbot. That was 2015. We're now in 2018. And he was saying that as we're getting into 2016. Where's the next stop, Joe? It's funny. His webbot says $888. That number is sticking out like a sore thumb. There's something about that number. It's tied to this damn thing, this Bitcoin. Bitcoin reaches up 600, 700, 800, 888, 890, 900, 888, 860, 850, 888, 890, 900, 888. I said it before, I'll say it again. I got more emails than I've ever gotten in my life over one subject on that time frame, that probably that week or so. And then when we thought it was over, it went up, back, 888. There it is again for a double whammy. Next stop, Cliff High, 1,460. I'm just going off memory. 1,400 something. I think it was 1,460, 1,440, as in 1,440, 1,460. Nailed it. Oh, by the way, when we get to around $2,500, Cliff High, once again, webbot is on fire at this point. I've never seen it more accurate in my life. And at that point, from the 888, I was jumping in on Bitcoin. I got to get me some more Bitcoin. This thing has just been phenomenal. I've never seen it so accurate in my life. I got to get more. 1,300 Bitcoin, 1,400, but give me some more. I was loading up back then. $2,500, we should see a $500 sell-off. According to the data, webbot. 2,500, no sell-off. 2,600, no sell-off. It was somewhere between 2,700, 2,800 or so. Roughly, again, I'm going off my memory. Forgive me if I'm slightly off. $500 sell-off. There it is. Boom. Got it. Back up. $3,000. $5,000. Right, we're into 2017. $5,000 Bitcoin. Hey guys. I think it was a China FUD. China, we're shutting down Bitcoin. Oh no, the end of the world. Goes back down to like $2,500, $2,600. Talking about a 50% sell-off. Half of its value gone. Rapidly. Oh my God, it's the end, that's it, China's out, Bitcoin's over. Bitcoin's done. Oh, wait a minute, never mind. All-time high, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, the entire time, every time breaking a new high. New high, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000, 17, 18, 19, 20,000. Boom, sell off, hovered around 14, 15, 16, whatever. Now we're back down. It's in the freaking $7,500 range, oh my gosh. Listen to me. It takes a hell. Not a hell. I was gonna say hell of a person. Hell of strength. It takes hella strength. Emotionally, mentally, and even physically, from you touching or doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing when it comes to cryptos, to sit through this, watching this happen. Again, I give you the example. I'll give it again because it's a good example. You're in a house and it's got a safe room. And you know, because you can see it coming, a raging fire, but you've been told that raging fire is not even going to get to the house. But if it does get to the house, stay in the safe room. And by the way, every great once in a while, it gets to the house. We don't think this will be one of those times, but it might. Just stay in the effing safe room. What if it goes the whole house? You're fine in the safe room. What if it's hitting the walls around the safe room? You're fine in the safe room. All right, but you've never experienced the safe room, have you? No, I haven't. You never experienced a fire coming at you like that, have you? Well, no, I haven't. But I'm telling you in advance how it's going to go, so you understand, right? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Well, fire happens. It's coming to you. House is on fire. It's not the safe room now. And you're in there panicking. I'm gonna open the door and run out and try to just run through the damn fire and hope that the fire stopped outside the house somewhere and I'll make it just, barely heard or whatever. What about everything we went over? This is our plan. The fire comes, you stay in the house. The fire hits your house, you stay in the safe room. You stay in the safe room. It's hitting the walls in the third bedroom, the second bedroom. You stay in the safe room, right? Yeah. What the F are you talking about? You're leaving the safe room. You're going to open the door and run out. Here's all those stories of the safe room. People running out of the safe room. Every time. Oh, it's the end, it's the end, it's the end. Each and every time a new high has been hit. And each and every time, which it seems like every year these days, you look back and say, boy, what would I do for prices like that again? Oh, I'd give my right arm. Oh, I'd give a kidney. I'd give to get those prices. And here we have the opportunity. Oh, hey, here's those prices you guys in the future will be begging for. Maybe I should sell. I don't know, man. I'm not going to put any more money in right now because... All right. You don't have to. But I'm going to make a prediction. You're going to do what I just said. Later in the year, yeah, I did get scared off. I didn't want to put any more in it because I was nervous. My husband or my wife or blah, blah, blah. I hear you. Excuse me. I'm with you. But you can shake this tree right here as hard as you want. I'm telling you right now, you can shake this Jason 4 tree as hard as you want. Ain't one leaf falling off. I've seen this too many times. You either believe in cryptos and all these stories that you've heard. IBM's working with, Stellar, and you've got the banks, some of the banks patenting their own crypto technology. You've got countries like Russia. We're going to try to put the, legislation's already been put in. We want the crypto ruble to happen. Do you really think this is the end of cryptos? It's going to be changing antiquated system we've used for so long. As I said, you'll be thanking the likes of Jamie Dimon, the China FUD, the South Korea FUD, the very recent India FUD, which is absolute FUD, and they've already got a retraction statement coming out that came out. Yeah, we kind of misinterpreted what they said. No, you're lying. Another country, another failed FUD attempt. You got to be, not necessarily failed. FUD, maybe did push the markets down some too. But speaking of, that kind of stuff, the boy who cried wolf. The countries who cried FUD. How many times do people have to keep hearing that? No, you've done that 40 times now. In all honesty, about 4 times, to be fair. The boy who cried wolf, it was only 3 times, wasn't it? 3rd time that people stopped believing him. That's it. Then he comes out, no, there's really wolves. They're eating the sheep. They're eating the sheep. You got us 3 times. We're not falling for it. No, I promise it's real this time. You said that last time. That's what happens. And the same thing's going to happen ultimately with cryptos. Any and all FUD, we don't believe you anymore. Little blip in the market, never mind, recovery, instant. Oh my gosh. What's another thing we've noticed here with all these stories? The time span of recovery is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Huge big sell-off, panic, recovery. Sometimes it took months, took a whole year. Not no more. Not these days. Recoveries happen very quickly. So, I wanted to just come out here. Again, I'll link the article so you can read it. These were some of the most gut-wrenching sell-offs ever to occur with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin happens to be more than 1/3 of the entire crypto space. So what I was going to kind of start off with earlier, and I briefly mentioned, was before really 2017, for the most part, there weren't really all these altcoins like we have them in, at least in today's capacity. ERC20 tokens, and I know 2016 there was a couple, whatever. But that whole thing didn't really get started, like really started, until 2017. I mean, we can all agree on that. So, oh no, panic. Well, before it was just Bitcoin that crashed. Why are these other ones crashing? Because they're all the same. It's all related. It's all crypto. And if one's going down, you're trying to put your money in another one, that one's going down. I can't put my money there. Let me put it in this. You have nowhere to go. The whole thing just goes down. Now, you have Tether, or you could go to one of the big exchanges, whether it's Coinbase or Gemini, and unload all of your crypto, flood it into Bitcoin or Ethereum or both, and then send those all over to Coinbase or Gemini, and then actually cash out, sell orders all over the place, which is going to push the price of Bitcoin down because you're selling off all panicked to get your hand on some cash and just sit on the cash on the sidelines. And then you start to see the market recover. All right, maybe I'll get in now. So you have kind of a double whammy of selling. People are selling coins for other coins. Those coins are going down. Let me get that out of there and put it in this coin. That coin's going down. What do I do? Let me just sell it for cash. Well, now you got to sell your Bitcoins to somebody with cash. Oh, they're pushing the price, right? It's a stampede, like a bunch of buffalo. The stampede can go both ways. It can go when the market's topping and going crazy high, and the same stampede goes the other way when the market goes down. Just same example. Market's going up. Where can I put my coins? That one went up 10 times already. That one went up 3 times. Let me put in that one. All right, it slowed down. Well, that one's going up 3 times. Let me get my money out of that one and put in that. All these people chasing this stuff, and all I'm doing is like, look, I'm hodling. I'll buy some of those coins, hodl. Buy some of those coins, hodl. Buy some of those coins, hodl. I'm not trying to flip that coin to that coin, get back out of that one, like that. But yeah, when I see a profit, I'm going to grab some profit and then spread the profit among some new coins. Like I say, never sell off all of your crypto. Now, way early on in Populous, I did sell every last one of them. But recently I've gotten more back. But that was my painful story of, oh man, sold off 27 cents to $4 or $5. Thought I killed it. Not quite. Not when it hit $70 the other day. Ooh. Yeah, but that's okay. The rest of my cryptos have done very well too. And I just wait for the recovery because I'm just going to make the claim now. Because we got a lot of newbies in here. We got all the new cryptos now. Now it's not just Bitcoin, it's all these other ones. And this is the end, again, for the umpteenth time. It's the end of Bitcoin and cryptos. It's over. Reuters, CNBC, it's over. When this recovery kicks in gear, I don't know if there's going to be a soul on the planet that will question cryptos this time around. Which is why I believe you're going to see 100K Bitcoin and thousands of dollars Litecoin, and God knows wherever else the altcoins are going to be going to, because everyone's going to say, damn it, it did it freaking again, it went up. We all thought it was over, oh my gosh. Except for JStamp4 and some others, Trader Boss, Cliff High, it's in his report, he can't, Cliff High's mind wouldn't allow him to think, oh, the party's over. It can't, his own data is telling him, no, party's going to be getting started. You thought you had a party last year, oh, whoa, wait. Just wait, my friends, is what his data is telling us. So, again, I'm just coming out here as a favor to you, because I know some of y'all are nervous still, no matter how many little pep talks, whatever. Let me give you another one, and let me actually show you some evidence of the most incredible sell-offs that turned around to make all-time highs each and every time. And each and every time later, there was a new high and a new higher low. Like every freaking time. Do you think this last one, when it went down to $266, you think those prices are coming for Bitcoin, even with what we're seeing today, $7,500? You think it's going to go to $200, $266? Listen, I will go max out a credit card or 2 or 3, which is not normally sound advice. I will go do that if I see a crash like that. Let me just tell you something. But that hasn't happened yet. New higher high and a new higher low. Even though that low looks scary from where the higher high was, it's still higher than the last low ever was. Even close. So, if it bothers you too much, don't look at it. Stop yourself from looking. Take a break for a week, a few days. But you're human, and it's almost impossible. You're going to want to look. You're going to want to peek like the horror show. I don't want to look. Let me take a peek. It's the same thing. course, you want to take a peek more when the prices are skyrocketing. Oh my God, I freaking doubled in a few days. Holy crap, you know. It's exciting. I get it. I know. I long for the days, and they're coming. You just need to be a little patient. That's all. And again, with the time cycles getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, I really don't think we have long to wait. Again, it's in the data. 13,880 plus whatever. It hasn't changed. February, mid to third week, whatever it was of February's data said. And then as we get that last week of February and into March, the same data and the same web reports that have been phenomenally accurate. Get ready for the good times. So, if you want to try to sell off right now, to think it might go lower to capture that and then put it back in it, that's your business. I'm a hodler at heart. I do little trading, but I am a hodler at heart. And when I see this kind of destruction, I don't want to make the mistake of, oh, it's 7,500, it might go to 6, let me get out. Let me sell out, transfer all my crap into Bitcoin, take the Bitcoin, send it over to the exchange, sell it for cash, sit on cash. Oh, wait, it didn't go down anymore. Oh, man, it's 8,000 now. Oh, shoot. Well, it'll probably go down again. It did it twice here recently. Nope, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000. Okay, when am I going to get back in? I just made a huge mistake, right? I can't do that. I know what I have in my portfolio, and I know just when it gets back to where it was, where my portfolio will be. And let me tell you something, I'm pretty excited to see that. And then I think that's just where it was at. You know where it's going by the end of this year. Oh my gosh. Webbot, all that stuff. Can't wait to see it. So, stay tuned is all I can tell you. And hodl. Take care.